They aren't the best at what they do. They're the only ones who do what they do. That was a quote from Bill Graham, an early promoter of the Grateful Dead. Think about that for a second. They are the only ones who do what they do. In today's overcrowded marketplace, could you say the same thing about your business? By the end of this video, you'll learn how to stand out just like they did. Hello everyone, I'm Jared Schilling with The Business Technician, a local Salt Lake City-based small business consulting service. To this day, I couldn't recognize a single Grateful Dead song, but I can 100% recognize their logos, branding, and know what a Deadhead is. Today, we're going to explore some surprisingly powerful lessons from an unlikely source, the Grateful Dead. You might be wondering what a small rock band from the 1960s has to teach small business owners. As it turns out, quite a lot. Thanks to the wonderful book Radical Marketing by Sam Hill and Glenn Rifkin, we've got details on how the Grateful Dead were genius marketers of their time. The Grateful Dead weren't just musical innovators. They were business pioneers who built a highly profitable, debt-free enterprise that thrived for over 30 years and continues to generate millions of dollars in revenue even after disbanding. What's remarkable is how they achieved this success by breaking almost every conventional rule of their industry. Today, I'll show you how small business can apply these same principles to stand out in your market and build a devoted customer base. Let's dive into 5 strategies that the Dead pioneered that you could implement in your business today. Strategy 1, build a community, not just a customer base. The Grateful Dead didn't just have fans. They had deadheads, people who identified so strongly with the brand that attending shows became part of their core identity. This devoted community followed the band from venue to venue, often attending dozens, even hundreds of concerts. What did the Dead do differently? They recognized that their product wasn't just music, it was belonging. They created an experience that fostered connections not only between the band and fans, but among the fans themselves. How could small businesses apply this idea? Maybe a local coffee shop could create a Bean Explorers Club that meets monthly to taste new varieties. Members might get a special stamp card and access to limited releases, creating a sense of insider status. Or a small plumbing company might build a community by creating a homeowner's maintenance group that meets quarterly. They could offer free workshops on simple do-it-yourself fixes while positioning themselves as experts for bigger issues. This builds trust and connections with potential customers before they even need your services. The key insight here is to shift from thinking about one-time transactions to building ongoing relationships. Maybe you're old enough to remember when Southwest Airlines had seats in the plane that actually faced each other. Or they used to roll rolls of toilet paper down the aisle in flight. Or how about the wonderful experience at Virgin Atlantic's clubhouse at London Heathrow? They have Peloton studios, a huge assortment of food, and outdoor seating. These community building approaches create customers who aren't just loyal. They become evangelists for your business. Ask yourself, how can I create experiences that make customers feel a part of something special? Strategy number 2. Master the art of unconventional delivery. The Grateful Dead completely inverted the standard music industry model. While most bands toured to promote album sales, the Dead focused on live performances and allowed fans to record their concerts, something unheard of at the time. Each show was intentionally different, with songs rarely repeated, creating an irresistible experience that fans wanted to experience again and again. This approach turned what could have been revenue leaks such as bootleg recordings into a powerful marketing engine that drove ticket sales. How could small businesses apply a similar framework? A small accounting firm could flip the traditional client relationship by offering monthly open office hours where clients can drop in with quick questions at no additional charge. Clients wouldn't have to worry about being charged hourly when they have some seemingly complicated questions that are hard to get answers to online, but trained accountants can answer in short order. This unconventional approach creates tremendous goodwill while positioning them for larger engagements. Maybe a local bakery allows customers to come in for a test kitchen Tuesday where they taste experimental recipes and provide feedback. This creates excitement and strengthens customer connections and provides valuable product development insights. Maybe in the previous mentioned local coffee shop could pair up and offer free branded coffee for guests on this day. A true win-win-win situation. Consider what industry conventions could you break in your business to create more compelling experiences? Where might giving something away actually drive more revenue in other areas? Where can you think radically? Strategy number 3, extend your brand with integrity. The Grateful Dead built an entire ecosystem of merchandise and experiences around their core product. From t-shirts, stickers, and album covers to eventually ties and coffee mugs that were spotted in boardrooms, they found countless ways to extend their brand. What's crucial is that they maintained integrity through this expansion. They carefully selected quality partners, brought top-performing vendors in-house, and never compromised on aligning new products with their values. How might small businesses apply this concept? Perhaps a small yoga studio could extend beyond classes to offer carefully selected meditation apps, ethically sourced yoga equipment, and specialized wellness retreats that only members can attend, creating multiple revenue streams while reinforcing their core wellness messaging. A landscaping business might develop a line of locally sourced garden accessories, offer seasonal gardening workshops, or create a subscription service for plant care products, all extensions that reinforce their expertise and value. The question to ask: what adjacent products or services would your customers value that align with your core business values? Start small with one extension that feels authentic and measure customer response. Strategy number 4. Pioneer data-driven relationships. Long before CRM systems, the Grateful Dead built one of music's first customer databases. They collected fan information and used it to communicate directly through mailings and newsletters, bypassing traditional media and promoters. This direct relationship allowed them to understand exactly what their audience wanted and to market precisely to their needs, something revolutionary in the pre-internet era. How could your business design something similar? A small salon could create a simple customer database tracking not just basic info, but preferences, product purchases, and service history. They could then send personalized reminders when it's time for a specific seasonal treatment or when products need replenishing. Direct phone calls from the owner can go a long way as well to add a truly personal touch. The key here is to actually use the data. Lots of small businesses collect data, but few do anything with it. Make it actionable. Maybe a boutique design firm segments their client database by industry, project type, and budget range, allowing them to send targeted case studies and relevant industry updates to clients, positioning themselves as specialists rather than generalists. If you've watched any of my radical marketing videos before, then you know it's all about that targeted rifle approach versus the shotgun approach. This is a clear example of that. Even with limited technical resources, you can start simple. Collect email addresses with permission, note customer preferences, track purchase history, and use this information to provide more personalized service. Strategy number 5, put product before profit. Lastly, and perhaps the most counterintuitive lesson from the Dead was their absolute commitment to artistic integrity over commercial success. They focused relentlessly on creating extraordinary experiences rather than hit singles, trusting that financial results would follow. This principle played out in numerous business decisions, from keeping ticket prices affordable to controlling their own merchandise to ensure quality. How might a small business apply this concept? A small auto repair shop might institute a policy of never recommending unnecessary repairs, even when it means less revenue in the short term. This builds unshakable trust that leads to lifetime customers and referrals. Personally, I always feel as though the dealerships and local repair shops are trying to get something extra from me. Wouldn't it be nice as a customer to know the repair shop you're going to isn't trying to sell you anything unnecessary? I'd be willing to pay more just for that peace of mind. Maybe a local retail store commits to only carrying products they truly believe in, and even refusing to stock popular items that don't meet their quality standards. This integrity becomes their differentiator in a market of sameness. This could work for all sorts of businesses: salons, med spas, dental offices, gyms, yoga studios, etc. The principle here is straightforward but powerful. When you make decisions based on what's best for your customer experience rather than immediate profit, you often end up with both better experiences and better long-term profits. The Grateful Dead's success wasn't accidental. They built a business empire by creating deep connections with customers, breaking industry standards, extending the brand thoughtfully, leveraging customer data, and putting product quality before profit. What's remarkable is that all these strategies are actually more accessible to small businesses today than they were for the Dead in the 1960s. Today's technology and social platforms make community building, direct customer relationships, and brand extension more achievable than ever for businesses of any size. I encourage you to select just one of these approaches to implement in your business this month. Create one community building experience for your customers. Break one industry convention in how you deliver your service. Extend your offerings with one aligned new product. Improve how you collect and use customer data. Identify one area where you can prioritize experience over immediate profit. Remember, the Grateful Dead didn't become an iconic brand overnight. They built their success gradually through consistent application of these principles, and your business can do the same. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear which one of these strategies you plan to implement first. Leave a comment below, and please, if you found this information and content useful, like and subscribe.